on their cameras too. So
Did he threaten you or anything?
Nah, I never talked to him.
Okay. No contact.
Never talked to him. Thank you, Jesus. Nah, I didn't get out the car. I didn't talk to him. None of that. It's just the point of harassment. People.
Does he live in your town?
More drama in Dolton tonight. The state agency that regulates local law enforcement in Illinois says Mayor Tiffany Henyard's handpicked police chief is not right now legally qualified to run the department or even serve as an officer.
Does he live in your town?
Nope.
No?
He's one of them YouTubers that just like, how can I say it? Jump up on a
At what was supposed to be a typical town hall meeting in the quiet suburb of Dolton, Illinois, a storm of drama erupted, catching the attention of residents, officials, and online viewers alike. Mayor Tiffany Henyard, once thought to be a steady leader, became the center of a heated confrontation that left the community in shock. The footage, now viral, shows Henyard engaged in a fiery exchange with angry residents amid accusations of financial mismanagement and power abuse that have long simmered beneath the surface. The meeting quickly escalated as Henyard's typically composed demeanor crumbled. Witnesses claim that as soon as she took the podium, tensions were high. The crowd, already skeptical of Henyard's leadership, was ready for answers. But when confronted with tough questions, she didn't back down. Instead, her fiery responses seemed to ignite the crowd even further. Her dismissive tone and refusal to address key concerns only fueled the fire, as she defended her administration and lashed out at critics. But here's the twist. Despite the chaos, Henyard is now doubling down on her leadership, announcing her intention to run for re-election and pledging to bring in a new board. Though curiously, she hasn't revealed who they are yet. Is this her way of trying to regain control, or is it a desperate attempt to salvage a political career on the brink of collapse? To add to the intrigue, the FBI is reportedly investigating Henyard for alleged misconduct, making her re-election bid even more controversial. Some speculate that this latest town hall debacle could be the final straw for her political career, while others believe the drama will only increase her notoriety. Either way, this scandal has certainly put Dolton under a national spotlight, and the real question remains, can Henyard turn the tide in her favor, or will the community demand her resignation?
Works in South Suburban Dolton at the village board meeting tonight. Embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard spoke out after public comments addressing respect in the meeting.
You have to give respect and word of speak. A lot of you come to this mic talking about nothing. And when I say nothing, you're talking about Tiffany Henyard.
The tension in Dolton, Illinois, reached a boiling point when Mayor Tiffany Henyard found herself facing an onslaught of accusations at a heated town hall meeting. The atmosphere quickly spiraled into chaos as residents and local officials demanded answers regarding Henyard's controversial decisions. Protests erupted from the crowd, with many locals accusing the mayor of immoral leadership, particularly concerning her alleged misuse of town funds. While Henyard's combative response to her critics shocked some, many Dolton residents weren't surprised by her defensive and often dismissive attitude. As the meeting unfolded, her disregard for the concerns of the community only deepened the divide between her administration and the citizens she was supposed to serve. The back and forth grew tense, filled with accusations of corruption, financial mismanagement, and a heavy-handed autocratic leadership style. One of the most damaging allegations involves Henyard's handling of municipal funds. Reports suggest that money earmarked for community development and public services has been misallocated, with some trustees accusing the mayor of funneling money into personal projects rather than addressing pressing issues like infrastructure or basic services. Residents have begun to question where the town's resources are really going, and with infrastructure in disrepair and public services still lagging behind, they want answers. Here's the twist. In the midst of this scandal, Henyard is still holding firm to her political ambitions. Despite the mounting criticism, she's announced her intent to run for re-election, promising to bring in a new board to help guide Dolton. But why hasn't she named who these new members are? And could this vague promise of change be a tactic to divert attention from the real issues at hand?
You really are fans of mine, and I appreciate that, because normally you will come up here and you will talk about the business as relates to our village, but not one of you talk about any business that...
In Dolton, Illinois, the mayor, Tiffany Henyard, is at the center of a political storm that's causing the community to question everything about her leadership. Accusations of financial mismanagement, corruption, and even blackmail have flooded the town's discourse, pushing Henyard's administration to the brink. A recently leaked town hall meeting video has gone viral, showcasing Henyard's combative and dismissive attitude toward residents and trustees who challenged her decisions. The video, which has sparked outrage across social media and news platforms, captures Henyard angrily rebuffing questions about the town's finances, including the alleged misallocation of public funds. In one tense moment, Henyard reportedly told a trustee, "You don't know what you're talking about," before demanding they sit down. This scene, along with others in the video, has been viewed as proof of Henyard's authoritarian approach, using intimidation to quell dissent and maintain control. What makes this situation even more dramatic is the wave of support from within the community for a formal investigation into her actions. Local trustees, including James Walters, have gone on record to criticize Henyard's behavior, calling it unacceptable and harmful to Dolton's local government. The hashtag Henyard Meltdown is trending, with hundreds of social media posts either condemning her actions or calling for her resignation. Here's the twist. Henyard's combative style could backfire in a way few anticipated. Despite the outcry, Henyard has announced her intention to run for re-election, even as the community and political pundits wonder whether her actions at the town hall could be her undoing. With the FBI already investigating her financial practices, the question remains, could this viral incident ignite a movement that pushes for more transparency and accountability in local government? Legal experts have weighed in, suggesting that if Henyard's use of power to silence critics and misappropriate funds is proven, she could face serious legal consequences, potentially marking the end of her political career. For Dolton, the stakes couldn't be higher. This town hall incident could turn into a political revolution that reshapes the future of local governance.
Several agenda items still haven't been touched. Tonight's meeting, as is par for the course, has consisted of a tug-of-war between Mayor Tiffany Henyard and several.
The situation in Dolton, Illinois, has reached a breaking point as Mayor Tiffany Henyard's actions continue to stir controversy. A potential recall petition is gaining momentum, with residents and local trustees pushing for a vote on whether she should remain in office. If successful, this could lead to a political upheaval in the town, allowing citizens to wrest control from Henyard and potentially change the course of Dolton's future. At the heart of the unrest is Henyard's management style, which many feel is autocratic and dismissive of public concerns. Her recent behavior at a viral town hall meeting further fueled the fire, where she appeared aggressive and confrontational toward residents and trustees who criticized her policies. This, along with accusations of financial mismanagement and the alleged misuse of public funds, has many questioning whether she is fit to lead. What makes the situation even more dramatic is the emergence of new initiatives aimed at tackling the systemic issues within Dolton's government. Community leaders are calling for transparency, financial audits, and regular forums where citizens can voice their concerns without fear of retaliation. As Shayla Morrison, a longtime resident, put it, "We need leaders who listen to us and respect our voices, not dismiss us." But the drama doesn't stop there. Henyard is now facing new legal and ethical issues. Her controversial decision to hire a new police chief, Ronald Burge, has raised alarms due to his lack of proper certification and failure to meet legal requirements. Despite being unqualified, Burge has been parading around in full police uniform, which is not only unsafe but also illegal. Legal experts are weighing in, suggesting that Henyard's repeated disregard for proper protocols could result in serious legal repercussions for both her and the town. Here's the twist. As the pressure mounts on Henyard, she's threatening to make a major announcement that could implicate her opponents. But could this backfire? Some speculate that this dramatic declaration may be an attempt to divert attention away from her own troubles. Meanwhile, residents and trustees are growing increasingly frustrated with her attempts to sidestep the rules, as Henyard continues to make decisions that appear more focused on advancing her own agenda than on the well-being of the community. With calls for her resignation or recall growing louder, Henyard's future remains uncertain. Can she salvage her reputation with a public apology or a series of reforms? Or has the damage been done, with Dolton's residents and trustees no longer willing to tolerate her reckless leadership? As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear. Henyard's leadership is now under the microscope, and the people of Dolton are demanding answers. The real question is whether they will finally take action and bring about the change they so desperately need.